Whitney here. Just wanted to check in. First of all, I want to tell everybody that I love you and I hope you're staying safe and healthy and happy during these really crazy times. I love y'all and my heart goes out to you guys and so much love to you all from our family to yours during these just really, really weird and different and crazy times. I did take notes because chronic pain brain fog is a thing, and I just want to make sure I get everything out there. As a lot of you know, I did have an appointment yesterday that had been looking forward to for a while, and it went really well. But before I get into the meat and potatoes of that, I kind of want to back up for those that haven't known the whole story and haven't really known everything that I've been through since the beginning of this journey. So, as you all know, I fell down a set of stairs on November 27th, 2017, resulting in a diagnosis 3 months later of complex regional pain syndrome. Within that 3 months, I, of course, tried intensive physical therapy among some other things like dry needling and had, not a great experience with any of that. But after we got the diagnosis, we immediately started trying nerve blocks and did a series of those, which all failed. Zero relief was received for many of those. So tried some epidurals. That didn't seem to help. From there, proceeded to do a spinal cord stimulator trial. That was in April of 2018. So after the fall in November 2017, by April we're trying the spinal cord stimulator. So pretty quickly, given the time frame and the disease and what a lot of other people have experienced, that was a complete fail. It was a really difficult experience for me that week. It did not work. I know that it has for a lot of people out there, and I'm so thankful that it does for you, and that's awesome. So please don't discount that because it didn't work for me. We are all different, and what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. But the spinal cord stimulator was an epic fail, which was a disappointment because I was really hopeful with that. We then started trying, ketamine infusions and tried every different medication under the moon that you can think of: gabapentin, Neurontin, Lyrica, Cymbalta, amitriptyline. The list literally just goes on and on. A lot of them had way more side effects than any benefit, really. One of the medications made me swell so badly that my skin would ooze every night at the end of the day. So we did the pain pump trial. That was a major fail. We've literally just gone through everything that we possibly could and exhausted every option and every treatment that is available to us. And it's gotten a little bit defeating at the end of the day. Doctors don't know what to do with you. At the end of the day, the facts are that the leg is getting worse. It continues to spread. It doesn't work anymore. It doesn't bend at the knee. It doesn't bend at the ankle. It doesn't bend at the toes. It has to remain in this position all the time. It's always elevated. It's always flared. I can't tell you the last time we didn't have a flare. It's always in that position, whether I'm in my bed, whether I'm in my wheelchair, whether I'm in the shower. I have to sit and use my handheld thing. It's frozen. Multiple doctors have now told us that there's no undoing what's been done here. It is what it is. It's a completely unfunctioning limb that also comes with an amount of pain that no human being should ever have to endure. So yesterday we met with a surgeon that my primary care physician has been speaking to for since a little bit before Christmas. Amputation is a conversation that we have had here as a family, and something that I have done a lot of research about for about a year now. Been talking to my primary care physician for about that long as well. So when we went into this appointment yesterday, this is something that we've been thinking about behind the scenes and discussing, and really weighing every single option and every single scenario, good or bad, that can come from it. And had done that before going into that appointment yesterday. The doctor confirmed everything that we thought we knew going into it and felt going into it, and what the discussions that we had with my primary were going into it. It's time for the leg to go. In my case, it's not viable to keep it. It's causing more stress on my body than is needed at this point. I truly believe that a lot of the other issues that are popping up are directly related to the strain that the leg has taken on my body as a whole, and it's best for my health and my body at this point to remove this thing. So I do want to say that there are a lot of blessings that came with that conversation and with that consult yesterday. We had been discussing that it might have to be a hip disarticulation just because of the spread of the CRPS up the leg. And in looking at that, I had to kind of come to terms with the fact that I may never have the option of prosthetic or walking again if we had to take it at the hip. This doctor does not think that we need to take it at the hip. We will not be taking it at the hip. It will be an above knee amputation. It will be high up on the thigh. We're going to go as high as we possibly can, with giving me enough of a stump to work with. So that for me was the first blessing. I went into this thinking that I would probably be losing it at my hip, and was okay with that, and left knowing that that was going to look different. So for me, that was my first big win in the consult yesterday. The other leg up that he said we have here, yeah, maybe too early for jokes, but I don't know. Had to throw that one in there. Is that I'm already used to functioning with one leg. This thing is useless. I'm already walking around and functioning as if I have one limb. It's just in the way, and I have to be super duper careful not to bang it into anything or touch anything or let anything touch it. And it's basically just in the way. So I already know how to transfer from my wheelchair to my bed, to go to the bathroom, to get in the shower, to do all of these things one-legged already. So a lot of people that are in this circumstance don't have that going into it, and it takes a different amount of rehab to get them ready to go home. Whereas normally you would stay in the hospital for a few days and then go to a rehab facility for a few days to kind of learn how to get around and transfer. He thinks that I can just stay in the hospital for an extra day, do my rehab there, and then be discharged directly home, which was another blessing in my book, that we can just kind of do this and get this done. As far as the hospital stay goes, it's shorter than my brain surgery. I was in ICU for a little over 24 hours and was in the hospital for a total of 5 days after the brain surgery. This is going to be nothing compared to that. We've lost track, 10th or 11th surgery for me. So surgery is not a new thing. That's another good thing. I know the drill here. He's saying 2 to 3 days in the hospital, and then I'll be going home. So that's really amazing. The most amazing news of all is that in 6 to 8 weeks, he believes that we will be able to try prosthetics. Which means that if that were to work, I could be walking by the end of summer, beginning of school year next year, beginning of football year. And the thought of that overwhelms me with an amount of joy that I cannot put into words right now. So I'm at a loss for words on what that's gonna feel like, and what, like, even just the little glimmer of hope that I have that that's a possibility provides. So with all of that said, surgery is scheduled pretty quickly. It's scheduled for Monday, Monday, April 20th. So 2 weeks from now. It's quick, but as the doctor pointed out yesterday, what are we waiting for? Yes, we have this coronavirus situation in the country right now. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, it doesn't look like. He is confident that I will be safe in the hospital, and we were there yesterday. It was empty, so we might even get better treatment right now than we would if the hospital was full and they were doing a whole bunch of surgeries and there was a whole bunch of stuff going on like normal. So it's a really good time to do it, I think. The slower pace of life right now is a good time for our family to do it. My husband won't have that problem of being torn between wanting to be with me at the hospital and here with the kids, because I can't have visitors. But the doctor was fantastic about all of that, and was like, I'll call in the second I'm done with surgery and be in touch with you with any changes that happen. We've got FaceTime. We'll be on the phone with you all the time, FaceTiming with you all the time. It's just 2 or 3 days. I'm going to be fine in the hospital during those days. He can be here focusing on the kids, while I'm there getting ready to come home and getting stronger and getting ready to hopefully move on with my life here. So ultimately, I'm just super excited, and I have a really, really large sense of peace about all of it. That's something that through all of these treatments and all of the things that we've tried, I've never really had. I've always had this gut feeling and this little voice in the back of my head going, this isn't really a good idea. Maybe you shouldn't be doing this. And time again, that voice has been right, and it hasn't worked. And I can't fault myself for trying, given the circumstances. I had to do everything that I had to do to get to this point. It's not been easy, and I know that I'm going to look back on it and be like, wow, I don't know how I did any of it, but I did, and it's all brought me to this point, and it's strengthened me enough to be able to sit here in this chair today and so easily talk about this decision and have such peace about this decision, and know that this is the plan. This is God's plan, and He's got a big plan for me moving forward. I believe that this is a second chance on life for me. I really and truly do. I'm going to take it as such. I don't take that lightly. Not at all. I have big things to do, whether I walk again or I don't. This is my second chance. This is my second opportunity to try again. So I'm not expecting some magic wand to be waved and for me to not ever have any pain again or have any symptoms. I know that I have other issues going on, underlying issues. We'll really hope that this calms everything down. If not, we have this eliminated and we can focus on the other things. So all of it's positive. I'm, my family feels so. We sat down and had the discussion with the kids last night, and while it was a lot for them to take in, they're on board and they're super excited at the thought of being able to go to a restaurant again with mom, or for me to go into the grocery store, or to the football games next year, just anything like that. Again, whether I'm in a wheelchair or up and walking on a prosthetic, either way, I'm going to be able to be there. And it's going to be much easier on me, on everybody, on the entire family. This doesn't just impact me. This impacts all of us. So this is not something that we've walked into lightly. But we know that this is the right decision. I know that this is the right decision. So don't hesitate to ask any questions. Again, I know it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to digest. We've been digesting it for a while, and when we made the decision and called this morning and actually got the date, and it's so quickly, you know, it was a lot to swallow, but again, I know it's the right thing. I really do in my heart. I know it's the right thing, and I'm really excited to see where I go from here and what this next chapter in life looks like, because I know it's going to be really, really amazing. So to all of you that have loved and supported and encouraged me throughout this, thank you. Your friendships and your love and your support means more to me than you will ever know, and it gets me through the really, really, really dark days, and you're more appreciated and loved than you'll ever know. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what I would do without you guys. So just wanted to fill you all in. I know this is a really long video, but it's a lot to get out there, and I knew that I couldn't write a post and get it out there. I knew I was going to be really long-winded even speaking, just because it's who I am, but I want to give all of the information. I would want all of the information, so sorry for the long video, but I hope that it answers all the questions that you may have about what all has led up to this point in this decision. So April 20th, don't have to travel. We've been traveling to Houston and Temple and all these places over the years, so this is amazing that we're doing it here locally. Don't know a time yet. I'll go to pre-registration next Thursday, and they said I'll get my time and all my instructions at that point. So it'll be a Monday. Hopefully I'll be home by Wednesday of that week and recovering and on my way. So love you guys. Take care. Stay safe. Let me know what questions you have. I'll answer them as I can. I love y'all.